Hi there, this is Joe from Square XO, and I'm joined by Rebecca.
Hi everyone.
And today, as you may be able to tell from the graphic in the background, we're going to talk about an indie game, and that's Old Man's Journey. Now, so far we've kind of stuck to the retail titles, but occasionally we want to mix it up with games that we feel are worth talking about, and this one's kind of one of those. So yeah, that's the reason we're doing this video. Before we start, don't forget to follow us on squarexo.co.uk, where you can read the review of this game, on twitter.com/square_xo, and if you back us on patreon.com/squarexo, that'll be great. And just touching on that, we've made our first goal now, which is brilliant, so we'll be able to give away our £10 PSN voucher once a month to one of our patrons in a Patreon only competition. And there's loads of other incentives to join our Patreon now, like badges, mugs, t-shirts, so whatever level you choose, you'll be able to get something cool, which is nice. So yeah, that's cool. So back us there. Okay, so let's get started and talk about Old Man's Journey. Right, this is a game, to be honest, I don't think I was really expecting it to be what it is. I don't really know what I was expecting with the name, I guess, of Old Man's Journey. An old man goes on a journey, which is kind of accurate, I guess. Mm-hmm. But I was thinking, well, how's it going to work? Is it just kind of be like a platform where this old man's walking really slow through some woods or something? So I don't really know what to expect. And then I started the game, and it's kind of started like I just said, like it's an old man walking around. And then I'm like, right, so what do I do then? I don't know what to do, and I was kind of messing about with the buttons, trying to figure out what I was supposed to do, and then I noticed that the background's highlight, and I'm thinking, oh, I wonder what goes on here, and then eventually you figure out you can move them up and down and join them together so that you can sort of, I guess, walk into the horizon. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so yeah, it's really clever. I guess you could call it like a puzzle game, couldn't you?
Yeah, I think so, to some extent. It sort of fits in with that. I think I was on the same lines. I like stuff like that. I really like vague games, so I was happily going to pick it up, you know, just knowing that it was a vague indie game. I guess that the thing that I sort of expected it to be would to be a remembrance of his life as he comes to acceptance with, you know, his life now. Obviously, as you go through the game, you sort of can sit down at certain landmarks and it will unveil memories from his past. I quite enjoyed those. They sort of gave me a hint that there was going to be quite a detailed story aspect to it, but one that still you have to figure out because there's no narrative, there's no dialogue. It's one that's, you watch these pictures as you go to different landmarks and you have to try and figure out, okay, how are we getting here and what's going to happen in the next one, and you sort of predict where the story's going to go. But I just enjoy just exploring the environment and just looking at the world because it looks really nice. It's quite a quirky little town in the beginning areas with all the houses of different colours, and you can pull the hills up and down. You can like find things hidden underneath them, and if you pull them up, you can get to the next level. I just found that really clever. I think that's what I liked the most about it, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, I quite like the aspect you just touched upon there, where you were sort of looking into his past.
Yeah,
that was quite good. And I've lost my train of thought. Yeah, the where you were looking at his past, so you got to certain points and you would sit on a bench, and then you would have this sort of flashback come up of his past, and flashpoints where maybe it reminds him of the environment he's currently in, reminds him of where he is. Yeah, that was quite cool. And then like say, I quite liked how as you went through the game it got harder as well.
Yeah.
So suddenly it might throw in little things like, oh, there's some sheep in the way, and you're just
I hate the sheep.
Yeah, you just try to get them out of the way, and then all of a sudden there's got these, is it barrels?
Yeah, the barrels that you have to push off.
Pull the hill up to roll them down and then break through walls and stuff. It's quite clever really how it gets harder like that. And there was a bit me and you were talking about the other day where you're on the train and you have to sort of move the hills up and down.
It needed that, doesn't it? Like it. I think I would have still enjoyed it, but I think for it to kind of hold its audience, it needed to have these puzzles that got gradually harder, and it needed to have these moments where, because it's quite a slow game, so it needed to have moments where it was like, now you're on a train, and then later on in the game you go on a truck and you do the same thing. So it needed to have moments that were quite fast paced, where it's not just walking to and from. One thing I did find strange and I did struggle to cope with was that it's a point and click platformer. I don't know how you found that, but my instincts were like pressing the keys and the analog sticks, and I was like, why am I not moving?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, there was some points I was getting a bit frustrated because now you move the hill up and down, you think to yourself, right, that looks it. That's got to be it, and you click to try and go over, and he just walks down the hill again instead of over, and you're just like, oh.
Or like something like you're trying to move the sheep, and you click so he walks towards them, and then they can't get to where they need to go, and you're like, oh, that's frustrating.
Yeah,
but I like that it made you think.
Yeah, it definitely did. Yeah, so I mean, it's quite a small game actually. I mean, it's not like one of these games we can go really deep into, because I mean, I think we've probably just a bit covered every aspect of it. I think the puzzles
were the best bit for me, honestly. Because I like I said, I would have played it regardless, but I liked that it wasn't just this old man's going on a journey, and at the end of the game you'll find out what he's looking for, and on the way there's flashbacks. I liked that it kept you engaged by going, now you've got to get over there, but all the hills are, one hill's here, one hill's there, you've got to get them to meet like that. I thought that was really clever, that it wasn't just a standard indie game or like a walking simulator. It actually felt like you were more engaged with it. I mean, I loved everything about it. I thought that the environments were really nice. You sort of go from a village to the coast, and then you end up on a boat, and you can pull the boat across the water. I really thought that was clever.
Was good. Yeah, I liked that.
Because I got to that point where I was on the top of the hill and I could see the boat, but I didn't know how to get my man to the boat, and I was like, maybe I can go back to the main land point and maybe move the hill up and it will meet the boat. And I tried that, couldn't get it to meet, and I was sitting there and I was like, what do I do? And I was like, I wonder if I can. I just grabbed the boat and I pulled it towards me, and I was like,
that was good. And then you move the environment up so it looks like the boat's right there, and then you just click and run the boat and drag it across the water. Yeah, that is quite cool. I mean, overall, I'd say it's definitely a game worth trying, isn't it? I mean, you get so many games on the PlayStation Store, and it's so hard to pick them out and go, especially the sort of smaller games. I mean, the bigger games, you get a lot of footage and a lot of gameplay you see, so you always kind of know if it's for you or not. But with games like this, there's never really a lot they can do to sort of make it stand out other than word of mouth. And that's kind of why we're here to do videos like this, so that we can say, hey, this is a great game and you should try it out. So yeah, I'd definitely recommend it, and I think Rebecca would too.
Yeah. Okay,
it
just felt so nice. Just a nice little game. And it's only, I don't know what it is now, but it was only about £7 on the PSN store. So if it is still that price and people are listening to this and they think, oh, that sounds like it might be interesting, I think, just go and get it. It's really good.
It. £7 bargain. So whatever it is, check it out, because we recommend it. So check out the review on the website. We'll be back for more review videos soon, but in the meantime you can listen to our podcast, which will be live very soon, and there's one live now, so go check them out, subscribe, like, and check out the links as you see below me down there. Okay, we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.